YouTubers. This is Nurse Jay at Nursing the Truth, and I hope everyone's doing well today. It's a great day here in South Louisiana, and me and Thalth are having a wonderful day. And we are on the Genesis series, and we're going to have a good show today. So I hope you stay tuned and you listen and follow along in your King James Bible, which I have here in front of me. And let me give you a little bit of a recap. We have started from Genesis 1 to 3 now. And I told you guys that there were two creation stories. Genesis 1 was about the Elohim creating us in their image and their likeness. And they had given us all of the trees and all the herbs and all the seeds of the tree for meat, which you can look that word up, and that's actually means food. And also that the animals were created before us. Okay. And and the Elohim said everything was good. Now, when you go to chapter 2, verse 4, it says, "Now these are the generations of the heavens and the earth." Okay, we talked about this Lord God. Okay, that's where the Yahweh started incorporating Yahweh as their God that they wanted to worship. There was many gods by different names in different countries that worship different deities. But these types of people wanted to worship Yahweh as their one God. So when they made this text and gave it to the world, um, they wanted it to seem like Yahweh was the creator of everybody, animals, plants, humans, and all that. So anyway, it's going to be Lord God. So it's going to be Yahweh Elohim. So you can go to BibleHub.com, put in what chapter and verse, and hit the number, and it will tell you exactly what that word means. Okay. So let's get this. Elohim is gods and goddesses, divine rulers, or divine judges. Okay. They're like celestial or terrestrial beings. Now, so in chapter 2, it talks about that the Lord God took, rib from Adam and made Eve. Okay. And that there were two trees, and that one tree they couldn't eat of. But the Elohim said that they could eat of every tree that was good for food. So these are two completely different stories. And then it said that after he made man in chapter 2, then animals were formed out of the dust of the ground, just as Adam had been made out of the ground. Well, that's not what it said in chapter 1. Now you can read all that for yourself. Now, the word Adam in chapter 2 means mankind or humans. That's not actually a one person deal, it is many. Okay, mankind. So now we're on chapter 3. And it says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?" See, the Elohim said, well, didn't, the Elohim say that you could eat from every tree? And this serpent is alliterating that. Well, didn't they say that you could eat? "And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden." Okay, she's confirming that. But then verse 3 says, "But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, Ye shall not eat of it or touch it." Well, there was never a tree like that in creation 1. It was only in creation number 2 in chapter 2. "And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die." So the serpent is calling the Yahweh a liar, that's not true. And he says, "For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." Okay. Actually, when you go into, I believe, the original source for verse 5, it will say, "For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods," plural, "knowing good from evil." Not knowing good and evil, knowing good from evil. This story is taken right out of the Sumerian text of the 7 tablets of creation, what you call the Enuma Elish. Okay, that's going to be the Sumerian version, and I believe the Babylonian Akkadian version is going to be called the Atrahasis, where Enki is the serpent and Enlil is Yahweh. And Yahweh, Enlil, is not up to speed and doesn't want humanity or the Lulu workers that Enki initially made to know anything. They were just supposed to be primitive workers. But as Enki started tinkering around with genetics and started making, I guess, humanity more and more smart and able to think, Enlil didn't like this. And so that's why, Enki was like, "Well, who told you that?" "Well, you're not going to die if you eat that." Okay, or whatever. Now, in verse 6 it says, "And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave her also unto her husband with her, and he did eat." So she gave the stuff to her husband, and he ate it too. And the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. Okay? So they knew that being naked wasn't good. So I'm thinking to myself, well, they were running around naked while everyone else was clothed, I suppose. And when they saw that they were naked, they knew in their mind that they had to get clothes on too, just like everyone else. I mean, how would you like it if we were walking around naked now in a city full of people, and you're like, "I don't want people to see my private area or my chest or my children's bodies," Same thing. Verse 8, "And they heard the voice of Lord Yahweh walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God among the trees of the garden. And Lord God called unto the man and said unto him, Where art thou?" Okay, let's go then. So, excuse me. So now that we know this is Enlil Yahweh, one of the Anunnaki, the supreme deity, and Enki's brother, he's got to walk in the cool of the day. So, what is he? Is he some type of reptile? Is he some type of entity that he can't get out in the heat? Or is it going to burn him? I don't know. But why is he walking around in the cool of the day? Like skipping around, wanting to talk to whoever. And he's going to say, Where art thou? Okay, well, right there, that'll tell you, well, if you're an all-knowing God, all-present God, you know the beginning, the future, and the end, you should know where the hell these atoms are hiding out. You shouldn't be asking them a question. That's stupid. Why would you ask a question if you already know the answer to it, and you're going to already know the answer way ahead of time before you ask it? Okay, so that's a stupid God if you ask me. Now, and he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, who told you that you was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee, and thou shouldest not eat? Okay, so Enlil had laid down the rules, and I'm sure to everybody, and especially to Inky, they're not to eat of any of this because this is the God's food, and this is what we have to eat to sustain us. And really, I don't know what type of food it was. And it says, and the man said that the woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. So it's these people, these writers already, from the very beginning, are going to make women the downfall of humanity. We're going to be the bitches. We're going to be the connivers. We're going to be the liars. We're going to be the intimidators. It's already making it a male chauvinist pig ass book. Okay? Because if you read in ancient history, women were God. And we were worshipped. And we were put on the throne. And let me tell you a little something. Women would have the babies, and the men would take care of the children, change their diapers, and feed them. So get that and put that in your pipe and smoke it. Go do your history. Go do your research. I'm not here to, keep you like a little baby in diapers. We have to grow up. We have to move on to toddlers and teenagers and adulthood, okay? But I'm trying to put your feet on the path, and let's open our eyes to what truth is. And it says, and the Lord God said unto the woman, what is that? What have you done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast. Okay. Well, when you go look up this word, beguiled, in verse 13, actually it's seduced. Okay? Seduced. So the serpent seduced me, and I did eat. Okay, what did she eat? Well, I thought did she have sex with the serpent? Did she have sex with this man? It's interesting, especially you have to read the Enuma Elish, and you have to read the Sumerian tablets to understand what this is talking about. And so he cursed the serpent, which we know damn good and well that Inky was walking on two damn legs, and Inky is not, crawling on his damn belly. And it says, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise its heel. And to the woman he said, I will greatly multiply their sorrow, and thy conception and sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, blah, 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 blah. And that the husband, and he shall rule over you. Okay. There's another male chauvinist ass pig right there in this book. Let me tell you something, you jackass men. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't know a damn thing about nothing. Usually, most of the time, we have to sit here and tell you guys, watch out for that. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Our intuition, not being a chauvinist female, but we're already encoded with intuitive things. We can kind of tell and see things before they happen sometimes. And I'm not trying to be ugly about this, but it's kind of the facts. But the writers of this wanted it to be a very male chauvinist, Abrahamic, patriarchal, male figures, caveman mentality, beating your women, spitting on them, cheating on them, and them taking it and taking it and taking it, and we should love it. Well, I'm here to tell you You have barked up the wrong tree talking to me with that shit, because I have been there, done that, and I'd be damned if I go through that again. Trust me on that. And until we learn to recognize this male chauvinist piece of shit book, okay, and I hope that some of my people, and you know who you are, sees this and wakes up to the truth, because you have been brainwashed, intimidated, and you're too damn naive and hiding your damn eyes because you don't want to see the truth for what it is. But I'm bringing the truth to you, because 2.5 years I have been into the studies of all kind of ancient histories, reading the Bible 8 to 10 hours a day, eat, live, sleep this stuff, and I am tearing it apart with ancient documents. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, oh, you little wimp, because you listened to your little wifey, see, and hast eaten of that tree of which I said not to do, you're cursed to the ground, and in all thy days you shall thou eat of it for your life. And the thorns and the thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. Well, still it didn't say about no damn meat and animals and cows and chickens and turkeys and lambs and pigs. It just said herbs of the field. In the sweat of thy face thou shalt eat bread till thou return unto the ground, for out of it wast thou taken, for dust thou art, and into dust thou shalt return. And Adam called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. And unto Adam also and to this wife did the Lord God make coats of skins and clothe them. Well, let's see here. Kind of getting back to the Enuma Elish. Enki got in trouble by his brother Enlil, and Enlil was pissed that Enki had given mankind, or these particular types of people, the knowledge. Okay. Now, in all antiquity, knowledge, even to the Egyptians, Sumerians, were snakes. That means wisdom and knowledge were snakes. The snake symbol. Okay. Even the caduceus is the medical representation of the intertwining snakes with the healing sun disk wings of Egypt. They even used to make, even in antiquity, and even today, they are doing snake venom for certain diseases and stuff like that. All right. So Enlil gets pissed off at Enki, has it out with him, and says, get these damn people out of here. You pissed me off, Enki. I'm just putting it to you lightly, but I want you to read the text, because you'll get a different, I'm telling you, once you read the Enuma Elish or the Atrahasis, whatever the hell you want to read, when you read this, you will see right through that. And you'll go, well, let's see here. Sumerian and Egypt and Babylonian were already an established nation, already established people, and they already had writings. And this is way before these other people got a hold of their little story and gave it to us and spoon fed us and has given us damn amnesia. Well, I don't have it, and I'm not ever gonna have it, and whatever. Okay, you'll see it. And you'll just laugh at this shit, y'all. I'm telling you. And the preachers are going to sit there and take your damn money every freaking week. And you're going to pay for this bullshit. Why don't you bring the damn Enuma Elish and all these records of antiquity, all these damn Greek players in the Bible, and go, hey, preacher man, look what the shit you're telling us, and we're not buying any longer. Bye-bye. Doors locked and shut. No Sunday service. Wake up. I encourage you to wake up. Now, he says, and then makes coats of skins and clothe them. Well, I thought that Adam and Eve already had enough damn sense to make aprons for themselves. Now, why the hell are you now clothing them with skins? They don't need your ass. They're smart now. They can think for their damn selves. Go ahead, mankind. Go ahead. And thank you, Inky, for it. Thank you, Inky. Now, listen to this, people. If we're going to believe this bullshit that Yahweh is the creation, the creator of everything, air, water, wind, all the wonderful things that we enjoy today, the sun, the moon, the stars, get a load of what he says in verse 22, chapter 3. And the Lord Yahweh said, behold, the man is become as one of us to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. He says now, Enlil's pissed. He says, now, thanks, Inky bro. Thank you for giving them the damn consciousness that they now know good from evil. I wanted them to be our puppeteers and do what we say and not rebel, but now they're going to, and you're pissing me off. So we got to get them out of here because they're not going to be the little good little slaves that we need to be. And he says, now I'm going to make damn sure that you're not going to take of the tree of life and eat forever. Therefore, the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he was kicked out. So he drove out the man. Okay, well, I thought you were talking about damn Adam. Why the hell are you talking about driving out the man? And he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. Okay. So let's think about a little bit of, Inky has given them the essence of consciousness. He awakens them. Their eyes are opened. Guys, we're talking about the damn pineal gland. Okay, let's wake up. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. So the eyes, your natural eyes are open, but this one's shut. So Inky gives these people, however many there were, or two, I don't know, he gives them the consciousness. Their eyes are open, their pineal gland open, and he says, "Oh my God, well, we are naked. Oh my God, well, you mean to tell me we've been doing this for how long?" And they're tripping out. And so Enlil's pissed off because he knows now they have the secret. Inky gave it to us. Now they know, and they've been fighting with us ever since. Cherubims. Oh, the little sweet little fat ass little angels with little bitty wings. Your little cupids. Okay. Greek mythology, little cupids with fat little ass kids with little curly blonde hair with blue eyes with a sword to keep the way of the tree of life. So, there again, guys, I gave you a little bit of the chapter 3. So, let's recount. The woman eats the fruit. The snake says, "You're not going to die." God says, "He don't know what he's talking about. You're surely not going to die." She ate it. She didn't die. So Yahweh was a liar. The serpent Inky was right, and he told the truth and nothing but the truth. So help you God. No pun intended. And so the Elohim and them knew that once they ate, that their eyes were going to be opened and they were going to know good from evil. And they did. Right from wrong. Good from bad. They can distinguish between things. They can use their knowledge. They can be analytical. They can be thinking. They can put things together. Okay? And little Yahweh found out what Inky did, and he was so pissed off. Now, and then you get, the male chauvinist aspect of it. Well, we're now going to have the man rule over you because you're so damn weak. You can't make a decision for yourself. And you're stupid. And you're so easily influenced. I hate to differ with you, buddy. But let me tell you, women are much more hard to convince and bullshit sometimes than what people give us credit for. Because I can look at somebody and tell you what the hell you're all about. And don't come with your lying ass to me. Because I'll tear your ass up. So now Yahweh says, "Thanks, dude. They've come like one of us. We're the gods. Hell yeah. We're the gods. We came out of the sky. We're here. We're kicking ass, taking names, making little colonies. We're the gods. We're the demigods. And now they're like one of us, dude. Thanks frickin' a lot. Now we can't have them nowhere. What the hell are they going to be doing next?" is what Enlil's thinking. And they get kicked out. So we're going to go tomorrow in chapter 4. And that's going to be very interesting. But I kind of want to give a little secret. So on these little tablets, Inky's a very little mischievous little demigod. Which I do love Inky. He's awesome. But he loves women. And he loves sex. And he loves women. So now, if you read the Enumeration of Ashur-Hazus, you'll be very surprised to find out who his children are in the Genesis story. So until next time, when you look for the truth and you find the truth, then the truth shall set you free. And me and Thoth say Hotep and Ashe, and we will see you later. Have a great evening.